Yep, I think we got volume. No. Chris, they're gonna...
So triggered.
No, it doesn't. What it does is it makes...
I
know you don't give a fuck. I know, but the thing is, it wipes out all my stuff when you do that. I mean, I got to mute it, and then if I wind up having to use it in court, I can't because it's muted.
You got full volume again.
Yeah.
This is my, I'd like to talk to the manager here. Thank you. Can you get those papers? Come on, girl.
Getting that Portuguese can?
I'm ready. Chocolate time. Full-blown chocolate chip factory. Don't you get one of the papers that you have to read them. All right. Here we go. Oh man, I guess I could read mine too. Yeah. That would get ugly fast.
Are you ready? Are you ready, ready?
Dying.
Can't die. Death is not gonna happen
I mean,
yet.
it's inevitable. All right. Ooh, that is hard to fucking read. I'm a here.
You wanna go in the shade?
Yeah, let me figure out the best way to
Substantiation. Your daughter's crimes against children.
Nicole Purdue.
I reported your inappropriate post.
This is gonna get gross.
It's gonna get ugly in a minute here.
That bad?
Yeah, well, I mean, I absolutely fucking loathe reading about children being examined in their private areas generally. Okay, here we go.
They don't even need proof. All they gotta do is sit.
Yep. Is it off? Oy. Oh, getting too many messages at a time.
Here. It's on now.
Okay, I'm gonna go live. Are you reading yours or hers?
Hers.
Okay, hang on.
I'm trying to figure out how to go about reading it too.
Where did the other poster go?
Don't know.
Did
Brianna,
she take
I can't
it?
read that first. All right. Let's see here. We're gonna have public story time about a CARES Northwest report for Logan Best. Examiner Nicole Perdue, MD, and Holly Bridenbow. Date of evaluation 12/18/09. Supervisor suggested no contact with Stephen Best. Contact with Eric only through DHS. They also claim that they don't want any more questioning of the child, and yet most likely did multiple interviews through multiple organizations as per their MO. In the report states that Miss Fullerton said Miss Best made statements to her that he was sexually abused as a child by daycare providers. As well, the mother said she believes Mr. Best was emotionally abused and or placed in threat of harm by the paternal grandmother, Susan Best, as Miss Best tried to commit suicide in front of her children on several occasions. Miss Fullerton said her husband, Mr. Fullerton, does not have history of abuse in childhood. Drug and alcohol exposure. The mother said she and Mr. Fullerton do not have issues with drugs or alcohol. She noted that Mr. Best does not have issues with drugs or alcohol. Criminal history. The mother, she, and Mr. Fullerton do not have criminal history. She said she does not believe the biological father has criminal history. According to Officer Burleson, Mr. Best was the subject of the report on several contacts to police related to domestic violence, custodial interference, and larceny unspecified. Even though there's no criminal history, this child was still removed from home, and contact with father is still limited to DHS approval. Medical examination includes, we again introduced ourselves to Logan in the examination room, explained our roles, and briefly described the assessment. Logan was reminded that Dr. Perdue is a physician, that CARES Northwest is a medical clinic. A medical clinic. Holly Bridenbow was introduced and was in the room throughout the examination. Prior to being able to say any further information, Logan spontaneously said, "Remember, I have to talk to you about Uncle Stephen touches my wiener." And then spontaneously looked at me and said, "I put my hands on paper and draw them." He showed me his hands. I then explained the room. Logan was told the purpose of today's evaluation is to see if he is healthy and safe, not to examine him for sexual abuse. Logan was told the purpose of today's evaluation is to see if he is healthy and safe, to see if he needs any medical treatment. Logan was informed that DHS was listening to the examination through audio connection. Logan then spontaneously said, "I remember Grandpa telling me there was a switch to turn the lights on and off." Child is reporting sexual abuse. While they are trying to explain what the purpose of this evaluation is, this child does not have the ability to give permission for this interview and does not have the ability to understand by what I'm reading. The evaluation team concurs on the following, though. Logan should return to his primary care provider for routine medical care. Logan should see a dentist routinely. No tests for sexually transmitted infections were ordered, as Logan does not report genital or genital contact. Multiple times in this he mentions his wiener being touched. It says, even here on the evaluation from 12/18, that As well, DHS was contacted at 1010 regarding possible physical abuse to Logan by his paternal grandmother. That's one report. It says, let me see this next page here. On this page it says that Logan tolerated the anogenital examination well. So even though they did a sexual examination on him, they didn't run any sort of STI testing. They're willing to make children go through super invasive examinations under the guise of supporting children through abuse, but causing more of it. It states here that he said, when asking him if a person touched him, he said, "Yes, Uncle Steven touches my wiener. He just likes to." When asked how he touched his wiener, Logan put his finger to the middle of his urethra and pushed his penis inside out to his fat pad. So even with a physical explanation and a visual explanation, they still placed on this report that there is no report for genital, or oral genital contact. So physical contact with one's hand doesn't qualify. Logan